Many thanks for joining the news update at 6, coming to you from the Lagos studio of IATV. My name is Faith Agbetuya. President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo have today been sworn into office for a second term. However, the president did not give any inaugural address at the ceremony. The oath of office was administered around 10:15 a.m. by the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Muhammad. Meanwhile, ex-presidents Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan were absent at the inauguration, as well as ex-military president Ibrahim Babangida, among others. The only past head of government present at the Buhari-Osinbajo inauguration was ex-military head of state General Yakubu Gowon. The presidency had earlier announced that the inauguration would be low-key, as parts of the event had been scheduled for June 12th, the newly declared Democracy Day. Babajide Sanwo-Olu has been sworn in as Lagos State Governor. Sanwo-Olu, after completing his oath taking, was declared the 15th Governor of Lagos State. His running mate, Femi Hamzat, took his oath earlier as Deputy Governor of the state. And the new governor of Kwara State, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, has promised to run an all-inclusive government. He made this promise at his inaugural speech after swearing in as the 7th civilian governor of the state. The swearing-in ceremony was low-key but significant, as it marked the change of government to a new set of politicians in the last 16 years. Abdulrahman Abdulrazak was sworn in as the 7th civilian governor of Kwara State by the Chief Judge, Justice Sulaiman Kawu. In his inaugural speech, Abdulrazak said it was time for Kwara State to work for all.
I know about the legendary infrastructure deficit, decay, deprivation that our people have been enduring for the past 16 years. Now that we have put our hands on the wheel of peace, progress, and sustainable development, we shall redouble our efforts and show the world that we know the difference between progress and stagnation. Let me state that our goal in office is not to lament over the sad past. Rather, our goal is to build confidence that a better future is possible, create an enabling environment to empower our people and communities.
He acknowledged that there was so much work to be done in infrastructural development, institutional reform, human capacity building, social reform, and economic development. The handing over note of the immediate past governor, Abdul Fattah Ahmad, was delivered by the head of service, Susan Oluwole. Despite the protocol arrangements, the seat of the Emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi II, was empty at the swearing-in ceremony for a second term in office of the Kwara State Governor, Abdullahi Ganduje. This might not be unconnected with the recent feud between the Emir and Governor Ganduje, who created 4 new Emirs out of the Kano Emirate, and changing of the Emir over alleged partnership and embezzlement of the Emirates' funds. The oath of allegiance and the oath of office was administered to Governor Ganduje and his deputy, Alhaji Nasiru Yusuf Gawuna, by the Chief Judge of Kano State, Justice Nasiruddin Sagir Omar. In his inaugural address at the event, Governor Ganduje promised to make education free and compulsory at the basic and post-basic levels, and free at all levels for the disabled persons in the state. Nigerians today witnessed the inauguration and swearing-in of President Muhammadu Buhari, Vice President Osinbajo, and 29 other governors across the states. President Muhammadu and his Vice Osinbajo have been sworn in for a second term in office at the Eagle Square in Abuja. 12 new governors took the oath of office for the first time, while 17 persons who won a second term in March 9th elections were also sworn in. IATV News spoke with Lagos residents to gauge the mood of citizens as well as their expectations from these newly elected officials.
Years after his election and swearing in, there's nothing much that has changed, actually. The poverty is everywhere in the land. There's no employment anywhere, no job creation. The graduates that are still roaming about the streets, And when you talk of security, it still remains the same.
I'm just coming back from interview now. I graduated about 3 years ago, but no job. Then how do you think that Nigeria will be well? Where we are looking for a job, students are graduating every year, and I think that every year thousands of students are graduating, millions of students are graduating, and we have been looking for jobs everywhere. And we are discovering that we are still looking for jobs and nothing to show up. So
being a winner as a president, he have to step up the game. Because this time around, we are living in a modern world. The people you are ruling are no more people in the Old Testament. We are in a New Testament, a new era. So if you want to lead us, you need to build people around you that are young people that can tell you what it takes to carry on the nation.
I will not expect anything better off than the past 4 years. Than we expect it was.
Nigerians are highly expectant and hopeful that re-elected president as well as governors find permanent solutions to Nigeria's insecurity issues, low power supply, insufficient job opportunities, and general well-being of the Nigerian state. To attain a functional basic education experts in the country have called on government at all levels to ensure that teachers acquire needed expertise and skills in teaching. They said this will distinguish them from non-professionals in the classroom and equip them more to impact positively on students and pupils in Nigeria.
To be factual, I don't believe that we have given enough attention to education. Going by the percentage allocated to education in the national budget. You know, there's a UNESCO stipulation of the percentage that's supposed to be out of our gross domestic product for education. But we are even below 10% allotted to education. And that shows the neglect that we are giving to education.
Early days, they value the teachers a lot. And gradually, that value they place on teaching profession was, reducing gradually. But now, those who are trained teachers, they have seen the necessity, because if there are no teachers, there will be no doctors.
In response to efforts put in place by the Muhammadu Buhari-led administration to change the face of Nigeria's education system, Registrar of the Nigeria Teachers Registration Council, TRCN, Professor Josiah Ajiboye, told IATV News that the council was set to ensure strict adherence to the certification of teachers in the country from January 2020.
Well, generally a deadline has been given to all who want to teach in this country, everyone who wants to be a teacher in Nigeria, that you must be qualified, registered and licensed by the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria by December 31st, 2019. If you are not, believe you me, you will no longer be allowed to stand in front of our children as from January 2020. Because we discovered that, look, anyone who wants to be a teacher must be one that is not only qualified, but must be registered as a professional by the
He acknowledged that despite the registration and certification of about 2 million teachers, the council still had a large gap to cover in ensuring that teachers have a good standing in the country. That's it on our news update coming to you from the Lagos studio. To join us at 9 for more stories. Good evening.
Religion.